Hello friends, welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host Mel Rose, and this is your two-card reading for Wednesday, November 22, 2023. A little late getting it in today, friends. Thank you for your patience. The sun moved on into Scorpio early this morning where it joins Mercury and where Mars is going to join them both again shortly. And the waxing crescent moon is in Pisces today. So both of those signs, Sagittarius and Pisces, are ruled by the planet Jupiter. And Jupiter is our big, friendly, generous planet that wants us to always be succeeding, growing, expanding, and imagining bigger and better possibilities for ourselves. And if you want to know more about today's astrology, it's right next to, there's an Astrology Today video right next to this one on my channel. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel, like my video, of course, and click for notifications. Then you'll know every time I post more daily astrology and tarot content. And of course, friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Let's play a couple of cards and do a quick reading. Oh, we got the Devil. That's exciting, huh? Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind is that, you know, it goes Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn. So we just came out of Scorpio this morning. We've emerged into Sagittarius, and here pops up this Capricorn vibe. And so to me, this is a reminder that, you know, Sagittarius is this period of time when we're sort of leaving the depths of reflection and sort of internal inspections that characterize our time in Scorpio and, you know, the season of Samhain. And we're moving into this dispersible, fiery mode where we're very much up and out. We want to explore, we want to broaden our horizons, we want to seek new wisdom since we've, you know, sort of processed some old learnings. We want to have some new experiences, and we kind of want to face the world a little more with some honesty and enthusiasm. It's a very playful vibe, it's a very adventurous vibe, and it's important to remember that this lasts for, this sun transit, the sun in Sagittarius, lasts for about a month. So a month from now, we're going to enter Capricorn, and things are going to get a little bit more serious because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, right? And Saturn is sort of, you know, I don't want to characterize Saturn as being negative, but Saturn is sort of like the heavy of the of the zodiac of all the planets. It's the thing that brings things into a serious light. It weighs things down. It puts up limitations. It shows you, you know, sort of where you have been responsible for yourself and your commitments, and it shows you where you have not been responsible for yourself and your commitments, and it challenges you to work harder and you know and to be more solid and consistent in your efforts. Okay, so that's interesting that the Devil came up because that is a very Capricorn representation. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, whereas Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So you've got this sort of dichotomy of like, this is like faith and expansion under Sagittarius. It's really, you know, feeling like the whole world is our home and there's so much to learn and be and do and have and experience, right? And when we come around in a month to Capricorn, then the vibe is going to be like, yes, that's all been very fun, but you need to settle down now and pay attention to your responsibilities. And the Devil is, you know, definitely a sign of people not necessarily taking care of their responsibilities, being responsible for the commitments they've made, being responsible for themselves and their own words and actions. So that's something that we want to keep in mind. Like, you know, we can, you know, with the Devil often comes up sort of addictive behaviors, but I would even say distracting things that don't actually add to our ability to meet our goals, right? So you might not think of yourself as being addicted to a certain thing like watching TV for 4 hours every night, but it is certainly a distraction, and that's time when there's really nothing else getting done. And hey, if you've already put in your hours for the day and worked your butt off, you know, I'm not saying anything about your 4 hours of television at night, okay? I'm just saying that we all at times indulge in distractions that actually they distract us. We do that sort of on purpose, maybe not consciously, but sort of on purpose, so that we don't wind up dealing with the things that we're supposed to be dealing with, right? We don't face our own lack of accountability, and we don't hold others accountable either. And that's that, my friend, is where the devil comes in, right? Okay, let's go ahead and turn this over. The world, the devil and the world. What a reading today, friends. Major message cards as we are heading into Thanksgiving tomorrow, right? A lot of us will be visiting with our friends. Some of us will just be staying home, or visiting with our family or friends. A lot of us will be staying home as well. So whatever it is that you're doing, understand that this is the end of a chapter right here. The end of 2023, definitely the end of a chapter. We are entering the season of lights. We're entering, the holiday season with Thanksgiving. Then we get solstice and Christmas, and I believe Hanukkah comes in there somewhere. Not sure about all of the celebrations of the world, but definitely, like, the end of this year is the end of a chapter that we're entering. Okay, so when we're coming to the end of a chapter, it is natural, and when we're coming to the end of a year, for that matter, it is natural for us to want to celebrate and have a great time, spend time perhaps with people we don't get to spend a lot of time with, enjoy the company of good friends, family members, coworkers that we appreciate, look back on how it has gone, the good and the bad, right? And sometimes with that comes a little bit of celebrating with substances. We drink, we get high, we indulge in things that just feel good and don't worry about whether they're very good for us. Okay. And appropriate to celebrate responsibly. Okay. Go ahead and celebrate responsibly however you want to. But the key word being responsibly, because just because this is the end of a chapter doesn't mean we get to just sit back and relax forever, right? This is a temporary celebration. Okay. We get a pretty long period of kind of working and celebrating at the end of the year here between Thanksgiving and the New Year. And so we get this beautiful time where maybe we just we've got a lot more to do. Maybe we don't work as hard, but we definitely play a little harder, and we enjoy the company of people in sort of spirit of sharing and light. And and then it's over, and then January comes, and then we reach the sign of Capricorn with the winter solstice, and things become more serious, and we've got to get back to work. We've got to be on our game so that we can make good progress toward our goals, right? So, we're setting goals at this time, but we're also just relaxing and reflecting and getting what enjoyment we can out of these last days of the year, because we are ending a chapter here. Things are going to move on in the new year. Pluto's going into Aquarius. I'm not even going to get into all of it right now, but there's a lot, and it's going to be new and different next year. So be careful how you celebrate, friends, I think is the bottom line of that. Understand that this period of celebration is, it's finite. It might seem like you have a long time, but it does come to an end. And when we come into January, we come around to the new year, it's going to be time to turn our attention to what is ahead of us and not what is behind us, right? Be careful not to drag any of those, be careful to try not to drag any of those distracting influences into the new year with you as well. All right, so all of that is your end of the year read just for the day before Thanksgiving. I'm sure we'll have a few more of these, but I had a lot to say because these are really major message cards, and they came out at a really I think they had good timing today. So thank you so much for joining me and sticking with me through this reading, and I do wish you all a lovely holiday weekend, however you choose to spend it. We will be spending it, Mrs. Rose and I will be spending it at home this Thursday, and then we will go to my family's Thanksmas celebration on Saturday up in Kansas City, so I'm looking forward to that. But however you celebrate, have a great feast, enjoy yourselves responsibly, and recognize that you're winding things up here, okay? Put a little ribbon on it. All right, friends. I'll see you in the next video.